And the Rapides Parish Police Jury is sending out another round of reminders, warning people against outdoor burning. The parish issued a cease and desist order on such burning due to several observed grass fires throughout the parish.
And Rapides isn't alone in that order. Allen, Vernon, Beauregard, Avoyelles, Sabine, Wynne, and St. Landry parishes have also prohibited outdoor burning. It should be noted that the bans don't apply to prescribed burns by the State Department of Agriculture and Forestry or any burns prescribed by local fire departments.